Imagine this. A high-stakes meeting at the White House where Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is joined by a formidable lineup of European leaders, all gathered to discuss the future of his war-torn nation with U.S. President Donald Trump. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the pressure is palpable. But here's the twist. This isn't just about diplomacy. It's about whether Zelensky can hold firm against conditions that could reshape Ukraine's destiny. And it's not just Russia watching closely. It's Europe, NATO, and the entire global community. As Monday's meeting approaches, Trump has already signaled what he expects from Zelensky. Compromises on two contentious issues. First, Ukraine must cede Crimea, which Russia illegally annexed in 2014. A move condemned worldwide, but never reversed. Second, Kyiv must abandon its aspirations to join NATO, a dream long cherished as a shield against Russian aggression. These demands echo those set forth by Russian President Vladimir Putin during his recent summit with Trump in Alaska, leaving many to wonder if Washington is aligning too closely with Moscow's playbook. European leaders are deeply uneasy about this dynamic. French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, Finnish President Alexander Stubb, and NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte will all accompany Zelensky to ensure his voice isn't drowned out. Their presence underscores the gravity of the situation and their fear that Trump might lean heavily on Zelensky to accept terms unfavorable to Ukraine. But here's where it gets controversial. What exactly is Russia willing to give up? According to U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff, Putin allegedly agreed to allow U.S. security guarantees for Ukraine and even hinted at flexibility regarding territorial concessions, particularly around the concept of land swaps. However, these claims remain unverified, with no official confirmation from the Kremlin. This ambiguity raises critical questions. Is Putin genuinely negotiating in good faith, or is this merely tactical positioning? And how far should Ukraine or its allies be willing to trust him? Adding another layer of complexity, Trump's approach has shifted dramatically. Initially focused on securing an immediate ceasefire, he now seems laser-focused on achieving a comprehensive peace deal, even if it means sidelining calls for a temporary halt to hostilities. His administration argues that progress with Putin justifies this pivot, but critics warn it could leave Ukraine vulnerable to further Russian advances. For ordinary Ukrainians like Anna Mashina, a 22-year-old theater student whose father died defending Donetsk, the idea of surrendering territory is unthinkable. There are a lot of brave people, the best people of Ukraine, she says, standing near a memorial for fallen soldiers in Kyiv's Maidan Square. I don't agree to give it to Putin. Her sentiment reflects widespread resistance among Ukrainians who view any concession as betrayal. Meanwhile, European leaders are doubling down on unity. During preparatory discussions ahead of the White House talks, they emphasized the need for robust security guarantees for Ukraine, while reaffirming their commitment to sanctions against Russia. French President Macron issued a stark warning. If we are weak with Russia today, we are preparing the conflicts of tomorrow. Yet uncertainty looms large over what form these guarantees might take and how effective they'll be. Zelensky himself insists on clarity, demanding specifics on how such assurances would work in practice. He also reiterated Ukraine's desire for EU membership as part of any broader framework of support. So, what happens next? Will Trump's bold gamble pay off, bringing an end to the bloodshed without compromising Ukraine's sovereignty? Or will the gathering expose deep divisions within the Western alliance, leaving Kiev isolated once again? One thing is certain, the decisions made in this room will reverberate far beyond its walls. What do you think? Should Ukraine prioritize peace, even if it means sacrificing land? Or stand firm on principle, regardless of the cost? Share your thoughts in the comments below.